What if history had taken a different turn? What if Italy, after its defeat at Adwa in 1896, never tried again to invade Ethiopia? Adwa was not an ordinary battle. It was a turning point. Ethiopia, under Emperor Menelik II, defeated a modern European army. Thousands of Ethiopians stood their ground against Italy's colonial ambition. That victory kept Ethiopia free while much of Africa was carved up. It shocked Europe and inspired black people across the world. If you want the full story of how Adwa was won, the strategies, the commanders, and the aftermath, go and watch our documentary Adwa 1896, Why Ethiopia Was Never Colonized. But here, let's ask a different question. What if Italy had stopped at that defeat? Take a second to like this video and subscribe if you want more deep African history like this. Your support helps us tell stories that are often left out of the mainstream. Now let's imagine, if Mussolini never launched his invasion in 1935, Ethiopia could have carried Adwa's legacy into the new century without interruption. The economy would not have been destroyed by air raids and chemical weapons. Farmers would not have seen their lands burned. Thousands of lives would not have been lost. Ethiopia might have modernized faster and become a stronger power on the continent much earlier. The symbol of Adwa was already powerful, but the second invasion gave the world an example of brutality and betrayal. The League of Nations failed to protect Ethiopia, exposing its weakness. Without that invasion, would the League have collapsed so quickly? Would international politics before World War II have taken another shape? Think about Italy as well. Mussolini used the Ethiopian War to show strength and to tighten bonds with Hitler. Without that conquest, Italy's position in World War II could have looked very different. Would Mussolini have been weaker? Would Italy have avoided some of the destruction it later faced? Pause for a moment. If you are enjoying this breakdown, share this video so more people can join the conversation about Africa's role in world history. Now let's turn to Africa. Ethiopia's independence gave hope to colonized people across the continent. It showed that resistance was possible. If Ethiopia had remained untouched after Adwa, would African independence movements have started earlier? Or would the urgency of resistance have been less sharp without the memory of Mussolini's cruelty? These are not easy questions, but they remind us that single events can ripple far beyond their time. Ethiopia's survival carried meaning not only for Ethiopians, but for Africans in Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, and beyond. It also mattered to black communities in America and the Caribbean who saw Ethiopia as a symbol of pride. Without the invasion, the story of Ethiopia might have been even brighter. Or perhaps without the world's outrage at Mussolini's war, Ethiopia's role in history might have seemed less urgent. History is full of these crossroads. A single choice by one nation can alter the direction of many others. What remains true is that Ethiopia, through Adwa, defended its independence and inspired a continent. That is why Ethiopia was never colonized. What do you think would have happened if Italy had never invaded Ethiopia? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to understand Adwa in detail, the strategies, the battles, and why it mattered, go and watch our documentary Adwa 1896, Why Ethiopia Was Never Colonized. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so more people can discover the hidden stories of African history.